Big boy. This thing's a beast. Like everything about it. I wish I had a reason to have one of these monsters. Look at that payload, 5,429 pounds. GVW 14,000. This is a total unit. This is loaded out too. I really like the power steps. Wish my truck had it. It's amazing how much they make it easier to get into the truck. They look great when they go up too. Gonna show you guys. Let's see what we got here for a hitch. This looks like a 2.5 inch. And it's got, I don't know if you can see, 2,700 pound weight rating. So I don't believe you get the 3-inch hitch unless you get the high output diesel. See if you can see some of the different options. Lariat, Ultimate. Let's see what we got here. Curious. Let's see, 355 gears. MSRP 87,000. Awesome. Nice job, Ford. Beautiful truck. Fifth wheel prep, ready to roll. One thing that's interesting, I noticed, I'm not seeing chrome tips on this one. And I thought all Ultimate packages had the chrome tips. I want to make sure I'm saying it correctly. See if this is, yep, it is an Ultimate package. So it does not have the chrome tips, I'm assuming, on the dually. And it's not as big of a deal because if you think about it, you got the wheel flares covering a lot of it for the dual wheels. No other differences that I can really tell. Do want to show you one thing. Let's see how it looks under the hood on the standard output versus the high output. Let's see if we can notice any difference. I see something right away. If you look at the cooling lines, it looks like the cooling lines are a little different because of the turbo. And I want to see if we can see anything different on the boost pipes. Blue. I believe mine are red. So I'm going to look into that a little bit. Going to do a quick reset. Let's see how this thing does on fuel mileage. First impression, I honestly say the ride quality is definitely improved from the last gen Super Duties I've been in. I'm noticing feedback in the steering wheel. This road is rough and I'm not getting any jerk. Not bad. Definitely a little bit of a stiffer ride than what I've got right now. Okay, got the cruise set, 77. Looks like it'd probably settle in right at about 16 miles per gallon. As you can see, flat road, just a data point. I'm just gonna have to guess here by looking at the RPMs and the speed. We must have 355 gears. It doesn't have anything taller. Somewhat aligns with where my single rear wheel is. Okay, some observations. This dually rides really good. I've driven a lot of high output Cummins, Ford's prior generations. They really did a good job. I'm kind of shocked at how good it drives and rides. Steering wheel, I'm not getting much feedback. This is great. It's just like mine. You know, I'm hitting a ton of road. Look at the road quality in Michigan. It's horrible, and it's really smooth sailing. Fuel economy. I mean, I'd set the cruise where I would with my truck just to compare, and I would say it's about 2 to 3 miles per gallon less than mine, as expected, big dually. This is a nice truck. I can't really notice much different. Fit up, everything looks the same. I didn't see any real differences. Drive modes, all the same. Let's see if the lane keeping works the same. Let's see, sorry. There we go. Let's see how the lane keeping compares to mine. Hands off. It's gonna steer me back. Yep, there we go. All right, summing up the trip, just gonna pull back in the dealership here in a minute. I gotta say, I think just in general, the consensus is the same across trim levels with the Super Duty. Ford has done a great job. The new update on the new chassis is awesome. I think if you go Lariat, it doesn't matter what trim level you go with, XLT, XL, Lariat, or higher. Ford did a good job. It's definitely an upgrade over the prior gen, and in areas that I don't think people are going to expect it. As you see more of these videos roll out, you're going to start finding little things where you're like, wow, I didn't realize Ford made some of these upgrades. And you know, the big thing, honestly, is everybody keeps noticing is the ride quality. It's incredible how good the ride quality is compared to the prior gen. I don't know what they did with the suspension tuning, or if it is this, I've heard something about the radius arms, something about the front axle with different caster, but there's less feedback in the steering. And honestly, the state of Michigan is it's a great road to see how terrible our conditions are. So, all right, there we go. Average 16.1 miles per gallon for the trip. Pretty happy with that, honestly. Those wanted to see, there's the cab lights, truck on, looks pretty sharp. It's like cab lights.